Hello, my name is Hannah, and I decided to start making MBTI videos. I'm an ENFJ, and yeah, I thought it would be good to kind of start off with the basic um, topic of socializing and friends. Um, so, yeah, I'm gonna get started. So, this is my first video, so I apologize for the awkwardness that I bring. um, so ENFJs are known to have a very personable, have really high relational skills and interpersonal skills. And I would say that's pretty common for me. I tend to be very friendly with new people. Um, I enjoy getting to know people for the purpose of learning about who they really are. So I don't really like small talk. Um, it's actually taken a long time for me to realize and learn that you kind of work up to that with people. You can't just all of a sudden, you know, start talking to someone and expect them to, tell you about their deepest, darkest secrets. So, um, there are some people where I naturally can draw that out pretty early on in conversations, but I've also needed to learn kind of what makes people feel comfortable and like that natural process of, how you learn about someone. So, I mean, the drive for me is I love knowing things about someone that other people don't see or get to see. I that kind of stuff is exciting for me, and it makes me feel close to a person when I know things about them that other people miss out on. So I don't know if you ENFJs can relate to that. Um, I'm pretty like adaptable in social settings, so um, I typically, if I go like socially, I am more drawn to small groups. So I like hanging out with friends that are my friends. I don't like parties where I don't know many people. Um, yeah, I find comfort and enjoyment in um, close, like being around people that I'm close to, where we can talk about what's going on in our lives, or different things like that. I don't because of the because I don't like small talk. It's easier and more comfortable for me to be around a small group of people. Um, so with like different groups settings, I tend to kind of I'm like a chameleon. So if the group seems to need someone who is kind of the clown and kind of jokes around and brings the lightheartedness to the group, or um, I'll like mold into that, and I can step up into that role, but I don't necessarily like enjoy being that person um, all the time. I don't like having the pressure of being that way, I guess. Um, and then there are some group settings where I'm, the listener, and um, if someone's going through something, friends will call me or want to spend time with me so I can listen to them and kind of help them sort through what is going on with them. So those are kind of like the two main roles I find myself in, is just I sense kind of the need of you know, what the group needs, and just kind of be that person, because and both of them are true to who I am. So it's not like I'm playing a role that, or I'm just, doing that. I enjoy both. And some days I enjoy one more than the other. Um, but yeah, um, I notice like there'll be phases or like I have bursts of socializing. And so like a week or two, I'm like wanting to do something 5, 6 days out of the week, and I'm going, and I'm either hanging out with the same friend group or various friend groups, and then um, and then there's like a month or a week or two that goes by that I just avoid spending time with people. I need to recharge, so um, I'll go like straight from work to my house, run to my room so I can avoid talking to anyone that I don't want to talk to. And I'll just kind of do whatever I need to do, just kind of spend time by myself. Um, yeah, that's pretty common for me. And then once I'm recharged and I feel like I'm ready again, then I'll go through that same cycle, like socializing, um, alone time, socializing, alone time, socializing, alone time. So I don't know if you guys can relate to that. And yeah, but for me, that's a part of me thinks the reason why I need to recharge is because when I'm in a conversation, I'm in it, or when I'm with people, I'm like fully there. Like I don't like being on my phone, and I mean I do sometimes because of life and you need to contact people, but I don't like being around people who are like half there. Like I like being fully present, and I like other people to be fully present with me. So I think the more I'm fully present, the more it takes energy out of me. And even though I enjoy it, it's still I'm using parts of my brain, or even I'm emotionally invested in the conversation that it often does kind of drain me. Sometimes I realize when it's happening, and sometimes I don't. So, um, the same with kind of the needing to recharge is, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I need to, and some of the things that I'm saying kind of often gave me the perception of me being an introvert because of my need for alone time. And what I'm about to say is one of the reasons why I kind of thought I was for a while. Um, but like I need to like plan my phone calls a lot of times. So I have a friend who, and I do this with most friends, will like text and try to find out a time when we can both talk. And a part of that is like a scheduling thing to see when we're available, but a part of me gets kind of finds comfort in knowing that I know when I'm gonna need to be turned on, like my mind and my engaging self will need to be on, and that's so I think I need to like somewhat prepare for things like that. So I'm referring to like conversations that will, phone calls that will last more than an hour, and a lot of times will last like 2, 3 hours or something like that. I can't just like, and I know the friends that I know which friends we will have long conversations like that. So there's a part of me that needs to like prepare for it. And it's not that I don't enjoy the conversation, because once I do, I'm in it, I'm laughing, or I'm really engaged and I enjoy it. But there's a part of me that really needs to prepare for it emotionally or mentally or something. So, um, and it gets me kind of anxious if we haven't planned it, and they call me out of the blue or text me, can I call right now or something, because there's a part of me that's like, oh, I need to like get ready for this. I was planning on kind of having a quiet night to myself. So, but like I said, once I'm in it, I'm like really in it, and I'm energized, and I'm processing things, I'm talking about things, I'm like excited, and after I hang up the phone, I'm charged, and um, it was I'm glad that I did it, because it was good for me. But I don't know if I don't know exactly if it's something that it's because I'm not as extroverted or I'm more introverted, but a part of me really does think that it's because of my fully being engaged. It takes a lot of brain power or something, I don't know. But yeah. Um, Another thing in terms of socializing, that's really important to me is the friends that I have, the people that I choose to be a part of my life. Um, I'm really, really selective about the friends that I spend time with. So I don't usually spend time with people that I don't respect or um, I don't feel close to in any way. So most people who I'm drawn to in terms of friendships are people who are authentic. I feel like they're very real, and they don't hold back. They're um, people who are self-aware is another one. Um, I have I have very little patience for people who um, don't value self-awareness or growing as a person, being introspective. Um, I feel like I can't connect to them in that way, in a way that I need in a friendship. So that's pretty significant for me. Um, People who are open-minded um, are appealing to me, and I feel comfortable around them. I can't. Um, yeah, I really don't have any patience for people who are judgmental or can't don't try to understand a person or have a sense of empathy for a certain viewpoint, or um, they're just kind of closed-minded in the respect of learning about something other than what they know. So yeah, that's kind of a big thing too. And I mean, this goes without saying, but I'm very drawn to people who think about the world um, and in a deeper way. So pretty much most of my close friends are other NFs, people who are intuitive feelers, and we have a common temperament in that way. Um, yeah. Um, Basically, I think the reason why those are the people I'm drawn to is I I really am huge on being like working on myself and self growth and working um, through any issues that I may have or struggles or challenges in my life. I'm very proactive in that and growing and healing and all that. And I understand and recognize the value of people in my life and how they play a role in that. So for me, I want to spend time with people who make me a better person, that bring out the best in me, and that could be in different ways. But I like people who balance me out. But I I'm challenged in a positive way by people who at least understand where I'm coming from and then can help me work through stuff in an empathetic way. But if I feel like they are judging me in some respect, um, I just automatically close off. So for me, that's a pretty big thing, is to feel comfortable with someone and with a person who values working on themselves. And I just, for me, I can't get close to someone who doesn't challenge themselves or work on themselves. I love people who are quick to admit their shortcomings in a non self-defeating way, but in a way that they're working and growing as a person. So yeah, I think generally I can get along with everyone, and I can bring like I can feel comfortable, or I can bring something out in someone. I have a natural ability to kind of bring out the best in people. And I enjoy almost like the challenge of it, like getting to know someone in a way that other people don't get to, like I said earlier. But there's that difference. Like I can enjoy it, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna necessarily want to spend time with you. um, yeah, so in social settings, some people might think I would want to like hang out with them because I am genuinely interested in them and enjoy the conversation. But at the same time, I know that to really have relationships that have great value to them, I need to be selective in a way and choose to pour my time and my heart into those relationships. Um, I can't do that with many people. When I was growing up, I used to do that a lot. Like, um, I was always like everyone's confidant, but I never felt comfortable confiding in other people. And I just had a whole bunch of friends everywhere that I would just kind of hang out with every once in a while, but it wasn't real relationships where they knew me as much as I knew them. Um, so that's something that I feel like maybe that's the ENFJ tendency, is to um, kind of draw those types of relationships. But as I've gotten older, I've realized that it needs to go both ways, and I've started to seek that out and be intentional about approaching my relationships like that and making sure that it's reciprocated and and I receive people um, caring about me or listening to me as much as I would to them. So yeah, I mean, I could talk a lot more about it, and I think I'll get into those topics into greater detail later, but yeah, those are kind of like the main things that I think about in terms of me and my social persona, or how I select my friends. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'd love to hear them, as I hope to make more videos. So yeah, it was nice seeing you guys, and until next time.